Welcome everyone, thank you for joining me for another Diecast Emporium review. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a really old New Holland 1/50th scale model by Motorart. Now, I have been wanting to get one of these here and review this on this channel, not just for your benefit, but for my benefit for the better part of 12 years. And the time has finally come, the stars aligned, and it's here. So let's not waste any more time, let's get into it. This is, if you're not familiar, the infamous 1/50th scale Motorart New Holland E215B Excavator with Demolition Shears. Despite this being a really old Motorart model, and we know of the stigma that comes with a older Motorart model, I have been told that this is actually a pretty decent model. So we're going to find out together on this channel, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get this thing unboxed, but before we do that, as we always do in true Time Honored fashion, let's take a look at the packaging. It is, once again, of the clear window style. Here's the model inside of a clear window, Motorart bottom left, diecast scale model 1/50 scale. Over here, you can see the New Holland construction logo. Here you can see the item number 13721, high-tech line, Motorart. That was always a fun joke. Growing up. The joke being, if this is the high-tech line, what's Motorart's not-so-high-tech line? Underneath, Motorart's copyright information and where they're based out of. So, let's try our very best to reserve any judgment, despite the stigmatism that comes with an older Motorart model. And let's just get this thing out of the box and see for ourselves if it is, in fact, actually halfway decent. It is held between two plastic pull-apart formers. Are they taped? They have to be taped. They're not taped. Okay. Pull the top one off. Alright. And let's lift the model out. Looks like there's a couple elastic bands around the tracks, presumably to prevent the track links from separating during shipping. So let's remove those now. You can see me doing that. And with that, your model is free from the box, and we're going to take a closer look at it here in just one moment, so don't go anywhere. All right, let's start with the details and decals on the model. At first glance, it's actually not that bad. You have E215B, New Holland Kobelco on the bottom part of the cab. You also have some arrows that I presume are probably indicating where the tie-down points would be on the track frames. There's also a warning label here. On the back, on the counterweight, again, you have New Holland Kobelco, some red reflective stripes, or at least I'm assuming they're supposed to be reflective stripes, and then two additional rather large warning labels, signs. On this side again, New Holland Kobelco E215B. Warning label up here on the boom, as well as New Holland written out on the boom. You can clearly see that there's no shortage of thin and to scale rubber hydraulic lines, even leading to the actual implement, so that's nice to see. And moving the machine towards the front, you can see that there is protection over the cab, which you really need to have on any machine in the demolition sector, as well as New Holland written on the bottom. Additionally, there's two work lights up on top of the cab, which may be a little difficult to see, but they are there. You can see them better right here. There's a mirror here and a mirror here. And moving the machine back to this side, which is where we started, you can see all of the other hydraulic lines here. Obviously, the rivets are not painted, but again, consider this model's age, well over 10 years old. So we'll cut it a little bit of a break there. All right, let's continue on now with the model's functionality. So we've just seen the details and decals. Let's move straight into functionality. You can see that the metal tracks are linked together. I'm not sure how much abuse they'll take, but moving them by hand, they seem to roll halfway decently. You can rotate the cab 360 degrees. It is a little stiff, but I'd rather have it be stiff than be free-rolling, where the whole car body is actually rocking on itself. As for the boom, stick, and the implement, it will raise up to here, and it is not falling down, so that is really good to see. And that's more than I can say for some of today's excavator models, so again, another pleasant surprise. How about the stick? How's the functionality on that? It'll come into here without forcing anything too hard, which is a bit shallow, but again, not horrible. As for the box calls them pinchers. I've always heard them called shears, but you can open up the shears a little bit. This is quite a different looking shear than I've ever seen in my life. Not sure if this is more of like a rest of the world type shear or an Asian market shear, but nevertheless, it is obviously a demolition attachment, and the shears do open and close. One thing that it does not do is it does not rotate 360 degrees like many of the demolition shears and demo attachments do today. But overall, I am actually quite pleased with the functionality of this model. I actually might have to keep this in my collection, to be quite honest with you. This is way better than I thought it was. So for it being an older model, for it especially being an older Motorart model, yes, obviously there are some things that could have been improved, both in functionality and aesthetic looks, especially these screw heads. But in terms of the functionality and the different poses that are available from this excavator, it's way, way better than I thought it was. So if you can get your hands on one of these and you collect demolition machines, or even if you collect excavators, I certainly would have no problem recommending one of these to be added to your collection. I picked mine up from the Construction Diecast store. I really, again, didn't intend on keeping it. I just bought it for the review, and I was going to send it back. I can tell you, that's changed. I plan on definitely keeping this model if I can arrange to buy this and then keep it from him, because certainly this is definitely a nice piece. As always, I'm Tommy with Diecast Emporium. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or you found it insightful or helpful in any way, please let me know. If you have any questions, list them down in the comment section below. I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. In addition, in the near future, I will be looking to review the other Motorart New Holland excavator model. That is a long reach boom or extended boom excavator. So stay tuned, and I will link that video in this video as well, so you can watch both once they are both uploaded. Until next time, take care, be well. Thank you again so much for watching, and until next time, take care, be safe. I'll see you soon. Thanks again for watching.